Hello and welcome to Freedom News, the news you can use to help keep Canada free. From the Telegraph, paper in the United Kingdom, I have this story that was released, it was 18th of August 2019 at 1 a.m. England time. So this is literally just breaking news. This was like late last night here in Canada. So this is literally just breaking news. The article reads, Jihadi Jack, ISIS fighter, stripped of British citizenship by Home Office. Meaning, of course, that is the department within the British government. The ISIS fighter known as Jihadi Jack has been stripped of his British citizenship, prompting a diplomatic row between UK and Canada, it has been reported. Muslim convert Jack Letts, 24, who had held dual UK and Canadian citizenship, declared he was an enemy of Britain after travelling from Oxfordshire to Syria at the age of 18 to join the terror group. He has begged to be allowed to return to the UK, insisting he had no intention of killing Britons. Yeah, he declares himself enemy of Britain. Okay. After he was captured by Kurdish forces in 2017. The Home Office has now stripped Letts of British citizenship, meaning he is a responsibility of the Canadian government. The Mail said on Sunday. The Mail on Sunday said it was reportedly one of the last actions of Theresa May's administration. Now, the decision is understood to have angered officials in Ottawa, prompting fears of a row between Canadian PM Justin Trudeau and Boris Johnson when they meet at the G7 summit in France next weekend. Yeah, I think I know why Trudeau's angered, because he went on throughout the leadership debates in 2015 yelling at Harper that a Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian, and that the Liberal Party believes that terrorists should get to keep their citizenship, because I do. This is the Prime Minister we have. So anyone who would dare strip away one of his precious chosen of their citizenship has got to be some sort of monster. Letts, who traveled to the Middle East in 2014, is now among more than 120 dual nationals who have been stripped of their British citizenship since 2016, including ISIS bride Shamima Begum. Mrs. Begum was one of 3 girls from Bethnal Green, East London, who left the UK aged just 15 in February 2015 and traveled to Syria to join Islamic State. It was thought Miss Begum may have a claim in Bangladesh because of her family background, something Bangladeshi officials denied. The move can only be made against people with 2 passports because international law prevents the government from making anyone stateless. It will come as a blow to Letts' parents, Sally Jane and John Letts, who were found guilty at the Old Bailey in June of funding terrorism and given 12-month sentence, suspended for 15 months. Those of you who have been following the Tommy Robinson case should, of course, recognize the court Old Bailey. That is where Tommy has been tried. His last many these kangaroo courts. I actually did a video previously about these parents of Jihadi Jack and their sentencing. I believe I titled it something to the effect of Andrew Scheer Vindicated, because of his accusations made against Jihadi Jack in the House of Commons. In an interview after their conviction, they said, Jack is still a British citizen, and we have pleaded with the government to help us to bring him to safety, even if that meant he might be prosecuted in the UK. A Home Office spokesman said, this power is one way we can counter the terrorist threat posed by some of the most dangerous individuals and keep our country safe. Yeah, unfortunately, of course, you don't bother to mention the fact that they've lost track of, 23,000 or so? 23,300 jihadis throughout England? Yeah. So, good on this one, but what about the rest that you just welcomed into your borders? Article continues. In an interview with ITV earlier this year, Letts said he felt British. That he felt British and that he wanted to return to the UK, but admitted he did not think that would be likely. Felt, yeah, whatever. No, you're an enemy of the state and a traitor. Yeah, you're not British, not by your actions. You betray a country, you no longer should be considered a citizen of the country, no matter what you feel like. There's feelings, and then there's facts. You've been deemed a non-citizen of the country. You're not. Or how you feel. The article goes on. I'm not going to say I'm innocent. I'm not innocent. I deserve what comes to me. But I just want it to be appropriate, not just haphazard freestyle punishment in Syria, he told the broadcaster. No, you do deserve whatever Syria dishes out to you. It is where Syria is where you committed your crimes. It is Syria that has every right to punish you according to their law. Tough cookies. Struggling with obsessive-compulsive disorder and Tourette's when he was at school, Jack converted to Islam at the age of 16. Yeah, you know what? I've known plenty of people who have OCD and Tourette's. They don't go and join some death cult. They're annoying as all hell, but they don't go and join some stupid death cult. So, no point in bringing that up. He used to attend the Bengali Mosque in Cowley Road, Oxford, before he came into contact with men with a more radical ideology. Jack has previously admitted he was at one time prepared to carry out a suicide attack, telling the BBC, I used to want to at one point, believe it or not a vest, I want to do it in a car. I said, if there's a chance, I will do it. Look at the reason why we shouldn't allow you in the UK, and he definitely has no business coming to Canada. As I also mentioned, that is something that actually, when this whole thing started, Trudeau was found to actually actively engaging in trying to bring Jihadi Jack here, so he can be one of those strong voices that he, speaks so highly of in a CTV interview. Figured, we'll just give him poetry and podcasts, and maybe $10.5 million of the Canadian taxpayers' money. Oh boy. He also said in an interview which took place in October last year but was not broadcast until after his parents' trial had ended that he realized he had been an enemy of Britain, but added that he made a big mistake. Yeah, no, a big mistake is like forgetting to put the toilet seat down in the middle of the night and letting your wife go for a bit of a plunge. Now, this is treason. And for Trudeau to end up bringing him here, which we know darn right well he's going to do, everything in his power to do, because he already has tried to actively engage, and now he is technically our responsibility. You know he's going to be showing up on our shores, given full Canadian citizenship, more likely voting come October 21st, and of course given $10.5 million, which I'm willing to bet $1,600 of that, the maximum one can donate in the course of a calendar year, is going to find its way into the Liberal Party coffers, and quite possibly $1,600 found its way into, perhaps some Liberal candidates' local campaign. So, yeah. No, he has no business being here. Us patriots do not want this terrorist here. He should be left in Syria where he belongs. Don't give a damn if his only passport now left, his only citizenship left now is Canadian. He belongs to rot in a Syrian prison for the rest of his life. Now for a video of Pierre Poilievre. He was giving a press conference regarding SNC Lavalin scandal. And of course, at the end, as always, there's the press want questions, so he stands there for questions and give them answers. One particular reporter, and based on the way he phrases his question, it's concerning Jihadi Jack, referring to him as a gentleman and asking, what does he hope that the Canadian government will do for this quote-unquote gentleman. I, of course, only assume that it's some dumb leftist kook of a reporter. Anyways, he bombards Pierre with these questions and such, and Pierre, a member of the Conservative Party, handles it extremely well, giving the official statement of the Conservative Party of Canada. Take a look-see at this.
Just on another subject, I'm going to ask you about Jack Letts, known as Jihadi Jack. His UK citizenship was revoked, now leaving him with Canadian citizenship. What do you hope the Canadian government does for this gentleman?
Nothing. Conservatives will not seek to bring Jihadi Jack back to Canada. And if the Trudeau government is contemplating helping Jihadi Jack come to Canada, we urge him to stop those attempts now.
Why?
Jihadi Jack went to a ISIS war zone, apparently out of sympathy with that terrorist organization. It is a terror death cult whose sole purpose was to carry out unspeakable cruelty on the people of the Middle East and to carry out terrorist attacks elsewhere around the world. It is not the job of the Canadian government or the Canadian taxpayer to now come to his rescue after he's been caught.
There has been question that his parents have said that he was not at that camp, but do you not believe in any type of, I don't want to say change of heart, but reform, and that if he did come back, that either he could be prosecuted here? That's another option, isn't it?
Conservatives are not going to seek to bring Jihadi Jack back to Canada, I can say that much.
Even for prosecution?
He is being held right now, and frankly, we think that he is responsible for his own actions, and it is not the job of the Canadian government to come to his rescue.
Do you think it's the job of the Canadian government to be in a position like the UK to be withdrawing citizenship for people who have dual citizenship?
What I can tell you now is that a Conservative government would not come to the rescue of Jihadi Jack, and we would not seek to bring him back to Canada.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Remember, if you like, share, comment, of course, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you're able to, please feel free to click the PayPal donation link in the description. Thank you, and God bless.